Welcome to the Match Play Q&A. I'm here with my longtime friend, Don Middleton, who is actually the chair of the Match Play.
So Jeff, why are we creating this Match Play with inside the SGA?
Great question. So this is our first year of the Match Play, and the reason why I created it is because in the last 2 years, we had the SGA Cup playoffs, and the SGA Cup playoffs was the top 6 people competing for the SGA Cup $500 Dick's shirt, and it was great. The 6 players loved the Match Play, the 9-hole Match Play, and over the last 4 or 5 years, I've been trying to think of a new product with the Match Play inside our Saturday, and I've been working on it over the winter and brought it to life. So Don, how are we gonna, I guess, match up the first matches? Because this ain't like the March Madness. It's not like 1 versus 32 or 2 versus 31. How are we gonna match up people?
Right, so we'll, once we get to hopefully 48 players, we'll put the names in a hat and we'll draw names from the hat and we'll fill out the bracket.
Yeah, makes sense, right? Simple as that. I mean, everything's based on handicap.
Right.
So we're just gonna have a live drawing, or we'll post it online. We're gonna pull names out of the hat, and A plays B, C plays D, and go all the way down.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Don, I talked about handicap. So how's this handicap gonna work in the Match Play?
So you'll get 100% of your course handicap, just like every Saturday. But let's say, for example, I'm playing Jeff. Let's say Jeff's a 12, I'm a 14. We go off the lowest handicap, Jeff's a 12, so he gets no strokes. I get 2. The difference between 12 and 14, 2 strokes. I'll get a stroke, 1 stroke on the number 1 handicap, and I'll get another stroke on the number 2 handicap. That's it.
That's it.
Yep.
Right? So again, the difference between the 2 handicaps, and you go from there.
Right.
That's it. Pretty simple.
Pretty simple, yep.
Okay. So a lot of people have asked, or hey, can you play the Match Play outside the SGA Tour?
Yeah, actually, I recommend that you play that Match Play outside this tour if you can. I get it if you can't; it's not a big deal.
Time constraints, money constraints sometimes.
But if you've never played Match Play before, the main fun to me, anyways, is the gamesmanship. You got to play in order. You got a honor system on the tee box, all that. Let's say I have the honor on the tee box, but Jeff tees up first. I can make him play that shot over again if I want to. So, and then you can concede putts, where in the SGA Tour we can't concede putts. But there's no continuous thing putting. You can't just tap in if your partner doesn't give you the putt. Right. Or your playing competitor, I should say.
Because we have, in the SGA Tour regular format, we have
Right.
stroke play, and we have our team best ball going on.
Which makes it a little complicated. That's why we put some modified rules, and I highly recommend you read those rules and then shoot me questions, because I'm sure you're going to have questions. Questions are good. I like questions, so.
Gotcha. So, Don, we have some simple rules of the Match Play. We talked about individual stroke and net best ball. We talked about playing inside and outside. So, let's just kind of go over that a little bit. So, if I'm on hole 5 and I just birdied it, and you got a par and you get a stroke on that, technically we tied the hole, correct?
Correct. So it'd be a push.
That'd be a push.
Yep.
So who tees off next then?
Whoever had the honors on the previous hole.
Okay. Whoever had the honors on the previous hole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Gotcha. And since we have a bunch of players in Match Play, so tell me about the due date. So how are we going to get this accomplished over the time of the year, right?
Right. So if you go to the website, I pretty much put like 2 to 3 week time frame in between each match. You can play within that time frame, or if your match is set up ahead of time, feel free to contact the person and get your next match over and done with. So, but hopefully we gave enough time, and we want you to be committed to this and do everything you can to get these matches set up within that window.
So within the SGA Tour, now when you log into your own profile, we have an option to go to, I don't have my mouse here, but you can go to the player profile and you can contact that person within the website now. So if Don and I we drew each other the first match, and I would send him a note, hey Don, I want to play you on Eagle Valley or Greystone. You prefer either one? and let's get this first match play. So we would settle on a time, and we'd go out on a Saturday and play.
Right.
And then report back to the match play committee.
Right.
Correct?
Right.
Okay.
Yep. Once you get your match set up, shoot me an email, and I'll get your course handicaps. And when the match is over, shoot me another email. You can send me the scorecard, or you can tell me the results either way, and then we'll update the bracket.
So what happens if I try to contact you 3 times? You get no reply, you don't return my calls. What happens? And then all of a sudden you reach out to me the last day. What happens?
Well, unfortunately, probably forfeit. Yeah.
Forfeit, right?
Yeah.
We're giving enough players enough time to play in the match play, right? It's what, like 2 weeks spread between each one?
Right.
Again, you can play outside the SGA Tour, right?
Right.
So, we know each other. Let's say I pull your card, or Sean Carriage, or somebody else's, and Jason Mice, or Mike Lupiani, whoever it is, right? Hey, let's go play Durant, 18 holes Tuesday afternoon.
Right.
Right? So do I have to send you an email, or can I just go play?
You need to send me an email so I can make sure I get you the correct course handicaps.
So you need the correct course handicaps for that.
Right.
Gotcha. So, how many players do we have right now?
I think 43, 45.
45 players right now.
Right.
So we need 3 more. So we're looking for 3 more match play players. And the reason for that, we're going to do 48 bracket to 24 to 12 to 6 and then 3. What happens at 3 now?
So at 3, we haven't come up with the exact rules for it yet, but it's going to be a point system. Never mind the dog barking. So we're going to have some kind of point system, like par points or Stableford, whatever you want to call it. So let's say you get a net par on a hole, that's worth 1 point. You get a net birdie on a hole, it's worth 3 points. You get a bogey, it's 0. You get a double bogey or worse, it's -1 or something like that.
So it's kind of like a match play for the final 3.
Right.
Our goal was to get to 64, but I don't think we're going to get there. Maybe probably next year, but we're going to get to 48.
Yeah.
And we're going to modify the finals of match play, all covered by the SGA Tour. The finals are covered by the SGA Tour. So, and hopefully we'll pick out the course. Usually hopefully it'll be with the final club champion and the SGA Cup playoffs. So everybody's together. So, within the SGA Tour, any other questions for the match play, email Don at SGA Tour. He's taking care of the match play. Again, we belong to New York State Golf Association. Nobody has match play. The SGA Tour, our district doesn't have it, New York State doesn't have it. We are the only one doing a match play. It's just like the Dell last weekend, the Dell one down there in Austin, Texas, right? 1 and done. It's tough. But hopefully you have a good day. Hopefully it comes down to the last hole and you have a great experience with that. So please look at our YouTube series. Don and I are going to go across Monroe County and the surrounding county, and we're going to interview all the GMs, all the pros, all the owners, and we're going to make a little time capsule. Right. We have a lot of history in Rochester and courses. It's amazing out there. Yeah. So.
And watch out, I'll have my GoPro out too when I'm playing Saturdays. So.
Don's going to be interviewing members and players of the SGA Tour throughout the year.
Look out.
Yeah, look out. And what do you say? See you Saturday.